Brian Morris here, aka Dr. Zleek, as always, and you're looking quite lovely today. Lost a few pounds after your resolutions, I'm assuming. Anyways, let's get to it today. Completion Club, first actual video. Today we're going over Assassin's Creed 1. Assassin's Creed 1 has 44 achievements for 1000 gamer score. Its genre is action-adventure platforming. I recommend you have a skill set of being a decent gamer will qualify for you. The controls are a bit tricky, but once you get used to them, they're very intuitive with the low and high profile setting. It's actually one of my favorite control schemes for any games. Mechanics are pretty tight, although you may have some problems with the free running, especially when you're first starting. How long until you unlock an achievement? That'll be about 15 to 20 minutes. It's after you complete the tutorial. Basically, you load up the game, go through some dialogue, and then you get in the Animus, which is the machine in the game, and then you'll go through a few tutorials. And once your sync bar is complete and you complete the tutorial, you'll unlock the achievement. I'd recommend you try it on a second account before, if you aren't so sure about the game, as the tutorial won't really give you a super good feel of what the game is like. It'll kind of introduce you to the controls and what it's going to feel like, but it's not any actual gameplay like mission and story structure, so I'd recommend a second account. DLC for this game, there's none. There's also no multiplayer or online achievements or content whatsoever. Some missable achievements, there's a few. There's Conversationalist, which is talking to Lucy. She's your female companion in the game. Basically, every time you come out of the Animus machine, you'll have to talk to her by walking up to her. A prompt will come up, say, hit any button to talk, and you'll basically talk to her, and after a while she'll say, aren't you tired, or go to bed, and that's when you're safe to go and sleep and save, and then you'll have to wait to talk to her again. Also, when you wake up and talk to her, she might say, get in the Animus, or something like that. That just means there's no dialogue options there. Just make sure you hit all of these in the game, otherwise you'll have to replay the entire story over. Speaking of replaying the entire story over, another missable achievement is Hunger of Knowledge. Basically, during the game you have cutscenes, and during these cutscenes little flashes of animation come up that look like hexagons or some shape. I don't know, I'm not a geometrist. That's a new word I just invented. Anyways, once those come up, hit any button. I usually stick with the triggers as they're easiest to hit, and the achievement is for hitting 85% of them throughout the game. If you hit every single one, you should get the achievement about 85% of the way through the game. It's really not too difficult as long as you just pay attention or just constantly mash all the buttons. That works as well. Collectibles or time suck. There's a little bit of both with these. There's flags, which there's 7 achievements related to collecting flags for 105 gamer score, as well as Templars. There's 1 achievement for killing all the Templars, which is 40 gamer score, so in total it's 145 gamer score. This will take you a while because there are several hundred flags throughout the game in different maps, and you have to find all of them, as well as Templars, which can be a little bit glitchy in certain places, but as long as you look up some guides on how to do that, it shouldn't be a problem. What I would recommend is avoiding picking up any flags or killing any Templars during the game. If you do happen to kill a Templar, make sure to try to pull up a map and mark off where you killed them. The same thing with a flag. I'd highly recommend you do that. If you end up doing a second playthrough for the missable achievements, that's an easier way to get the flags as well. I'd also recommend beating the entire game and using all of the viewpoints to unlock the entire map. It makes it easier to keep track of what you're doing and making sure you have all the abilities needed to reach certain flags. Tough, tricky achievements. Thankfully, there aren't really any tough or tricky achievements. The only real problem is, like I said, the Templars can be sort of glitchy. Otherwise, just worry about getting all the missable achievements. The only exception I have to say is there's a few achievements that are related to taking down enemies or doing certain combat things, although these aren't difficult whatsoever. If you just look up guides for them, they can be easily done. Game quality, fun factor, replayability. This game is the first game in this series, and it's a fantastic game, especially for a really early Xbox 360 game. I definitely recommend playing this game. The achievements are doable. Setting aside the flags, achievements are actually fairly easy and fun to complete, so you'll enjoy the game no matter what. If you end up having to do a second playthrough, it really isn't that bad. The game is very fun. You'll might be able to catch hints of more stuff once you complete the story and play it again. Completion time, you should be able to complete the game in as little as 15 hours if you are very good at the game. Like, for example, you started out on Assassin's Creed 2, 3, etc., and decided to go back to play the first one. The campaign is fairly short and straightforward. Even doing 100% of the side quests doesn't take you that long once you get pretty good at it. That's one of the bad things about the game, is it is very repetitive when it comes to side quests, so you'll get used to doing the same thing over and over again. But the good thing that comes from that is you're able to recognize what you have to do and complete it very quickly. On the other end, if you've never played an Assassin's Creed game before, and let's say you do miss some of the achievements and have to do another playthrough plus all the flags and Templars, it can take you 25 to 30 hours to complete the game if that is the case. Although that's unlikely unless you have some serious issues. Availability and pricing. Currently you can buy this game from most retailers online or offline for under $10. I'll put links in the description down below for a couple of sources on that. Currently on Xbox Live Marketplace it is listed as $20 US. Again, I'll leave a link down below that'll give you more details on that and let you know the current price of it. Alright, as always, if you guys want to see this particular video, just let me know via comment or tweet. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys next time.